You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1508. Welcome to Horse Insurance 101 by Fry's Equine Insurance at friesequineinsurance.com.
Well, Glenn here, founder of the Horse Radio Network and host of Horses in the Morning. One of the most requested segments we've gotten from listeners is about insurance for your horse and for your farm. Susan is here from Fry's Insurance and has been helping us with the 5-part series on insurance, helping us understand what it is we're buying and what we need. If you missed the last 4 months, we discussed horse mortality, we discussed horse health insurance, liability and farm insurance, how to file a claim, and today we're going to do the last part, and that's talking about how to apply for insurance and what you're going to need. If you missed any of the past segments, you can go to horseradionetwork.com/insurance and take a listen, or if you get down the line and you go, I know she talked about that, but I forget, the easiest way is just go to horseradionetwork.com/insurance. The players are there for all the different segments, and they're all labeled, so it'll be easy to find and re-listen to what you need at that time. Well, let's start with how to apply for insurance on your horse.
Very good, Glenn. So if you own a horse, you would definitely benefit from having insurance on your horse. So in order to apply, we typically need an application, a statement of health form, which is a form that the owner fills out, and in some cases, justification of the value if you are asking for more than the purchase price or it's been a while since you purchased your horse. So for newly purchased horses, we may need to get a pre-purchase exam. If there wasn't one completed, then definitely a vet certificate. And vet certificates are sometimes needed for horses valued over, say, 100,000, or they may be over the age of 15. So all companies differ a little bit. A lot of times we'll also need what's called a loss run or a statement of claim so that we can see the health history of your horse. So when you request a quote, we will then provide the best quotes for your horse's value and the coverages you want. So to get a quote, all we need is the breed, use, age, and value of your horse. And then we can put together a quote based on that information and based on the coverages that you want. So each company offers medical coverage as an add-on to the mortality policy, but those terms can vary. So in our quotes, we're going to include what the different companies are quoting for mortality, and then we'll provide a comparison of the medical options, and then you can decide which company best meets your needs. And then once we receive your completed application, the health forms, and payment in some cases, then we will submit these to the company for approval, and we can get your horse insured. Mortality policies with the medical coverage are 1-year policies, so they do have to be re-upped every year.
Well, now let's talk about applying for liability insurance.
Very good. So this can vary depending on the coverage that you need. So if you are looking for private horse owners liability policy, so again, you can go back and listen to our previous recordings and hear the difference between these coverages. But for a private horse owners policy, this is for the horse owner that doesn't run an equine business. So we can give you a quote based on the state that you live in and the number of horses you own. And then to start coverage, it's as simple as filling out a short application and submitting it for coverage. For a commercial equine liability policy, now this would be for instructors or trainers, or for an event or show, we need a completed application that gives us a picture of what you're doing with your equine business. And to get coverage started, we get the quote. And then once you've accepted it, we need your application signed along with sample copies of release forms, training contracts, boarding agreements that you're using within your business. The company will review these and if necessary, make some recommendations so that they can make sure that you have the proper forms for your business.
All right, very good. And then finally, how to apply for farm insurance.
In order to get a quote for your farm insurance, we start with our short form questionnaire, which gives us the basic information we need to get quotes from different companies. For farm policies, it also helps to have pictures showing the house and the buildings. Depending on the condition and the age of the buildings, we want to make sure we can get the best rating for you up front. A lot of times we'll go out to the internet to search for the pictures, maybe on your website or your Facebook page. We also look at the MLS recordings to see what your place looks like, and that helps us to set up the best replacement cost value. Once you've accepted a quote and we've agreed on these values, we then will complete the company-specific application for you and send it to you for review. Some of the other things that we'll need, like with the liability, we'll need sample copies of any release forms or boarding contracts that you're using for your equine business. It's important that you think through your business ahead of time, that you talk with an attorney that can help you get the proper contracts together, because you want to be protected not only with your insurance policy, but then with the legal contracts that you'll need for your boarding or your lesson program. And we're happy to help you with those when we can.
Well, Susan, thank you so much for putting this series together. If you're interested in getting a quote for your horse farm or liability, give Susan a call. And the phone number is 614-875-3711, or send an email from their website. It's friesequineinsurance.com. The website again is friesequineinsurance.com. And if you missed any of these segments that we have done, you can go to horseradionetwork.com/insurance, and all the players are there. You can go back and take a listen. But we really do appreciate you taking the time to put all this together, and I hope everybody has learned a little something and will be a little safer in the future, knowing exactly what they need for their horses and their barn. We really do appreciate it, Susan.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to reach out to your listeners.
Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.